Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Are we all right? I hope you've had a lovely day. Now, looks a little bit more stark than my usual surroundings. I've been banished from the library room. So for tonight only, maybe only, we're going to have story time in my whitewashed room. And today we've moved on to Miss Seethe. So we're reading from Miss Seethe's Detention Rampage. There she is. So we start a new story tonight. Now she is the deputy head at Ryle High School. Should we learn about her? Miss Seethe's Detention Rampage. Some teachers are permanently annoyed. Others are always cross. There are even some who spend their whole day fuming. However, Miss Seethe was never not furious. There was a very good reason for this, and for once it wasn't the fault of our children. At Ryle High School, Miss Seethe had been the deputy head for as long as anyone could remember. For years and years she'd been living in the shadow of someone. Someone who had the top job. Someone who would never retire. Someone who'd been headmistress for nearly 50 years. 5 decades. Half a century. It was unheard of to be in the job for so long. At some schools, a head teacher might only last 5 minutes. Hell's bells schools for horrible boys. More of that infamous school later in the book. As our tale begins, the 99-year-old Miss Stint was just days away from celebrating her golden anniversary as headmistress of Ryle High. This made Miss Seethe seethe. As deputy head, she was just under Miss Stint. Any deputy head dreams of one day becoming the head teacher. So we've got here, you start at number 1, see? And then you go to top dog, then the big cheese, numero uno, and the last one, our glorious leader. But not for nearly 50 years. That is how long Miss Seethe had been waiting to seize the crown. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Then waiting some more. Every day she cursed the ground Miss Stint rolled on. One day, she would incant to herself as she looked around the school, one day this will all be mine. Mine! 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 The fury was written all over her face. Over time, her eyes had narrowed to become 2 inky dots. Her mouth had curled into a permanent grimace. Her ears had begun to glow as red as the fires of hell. Her forehead had become as lined as an exercise book. And her nostrils had flared so much you could stuff a sausage roll up one. Do not attempt this. It would only make Miss Seethe even more furious, and she's already really, really, really furious. Look at her face. Furious. Miss Seethe's face was permanently frozen in fury. She woke up in the morning like that, and she went to bed at night like that. Even when she was experiencing something pleasurable, like sucking one of her favourite boiled sweets, humbugs of course, she looked as if she was sucking a wasp. See? Humbug. Wasp. Miss Seethe had been waiting for so long that she'd grown very, very old. Not as old as Miss Stint. No one was as old as Miss Stint. The deputy head was 88 and walked with a stick. The advantage of this was that it doubled up as a weapon. It was perfect for prodding and poking the children. Prod. Ouch! Poke. Ouch! Proke. It's a prod and a poke. When she was particularly enraged, she would swing the stick over her head like a propeller. Most days, Miss Seethe stalked the corridors of Ryle High looking for anyone on whom she could vent her fury. Her favourite thing in the world was to give out detentions. A detention is a punishment where you have to stay behind after school. It might be an hour or 2 hours or even more. I was so badly behaved as a child that I'm still in a detention and I left school in 1989. That's what David Williams said. Absolutely anything you did could get you into trouble with her. Miss Seethe was known to dish out detentions for the most spurious of reasons. Sneezing in class? Tissue! That sneeze was so loud it could have made me deaf, child. Detention! She would yell as she whacked her stick down on the cowering child's desk. Thwack! Having a spot on the end of your nose. That spot is an eyesore. You have ruined the appearance of the entire school. Detention! She'd spit, prodding the child's nose with her stick. Humming while sitting on the toilet. Seethe would strike the cubicle door with her stick. Thwack! Before shouting, "You shall poo in peace! Detention!" Having your birthday on a school day? Happy birthday, child. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Seethe. Not at all. And I have a present for you. Wow, thank you. I should have known. My present for you is a detention. Double detention. Wearing a squeaky trainer on sports day. Squeak, squeak, squeak. That one squeaky shoe is confiscated. But miss, then I will have to run the race wearing only one shoe. Perfect. You can limp all the way to your detention. Having an egg sandwich in your lunchbox. You have stunk out the entire school, the entire town, the entire country, the entire continent, the entire planet, the entire solar system, the entire universe. I'm not sure they can smell my egg sandwich on Mars, miss. Detention! Walking too fast in the corridor. Slow down, you reckless blunderer, she would say as she blocked their path with her stick, slamming it down in front of them. Whoosh! Thunk! But please, miss, I'm late for my exam. You will miss that, as you will be in detention. Walking too slowly in the corridor. Speed up, you slovenly clod, as she'd poke them in the back with her stick. Poke. Ouch, but miss, I've broken my leg. A pathetic excuse. Detention. Carrying an offensive banana. That banana could easily have an eye out. Detention. Should we see what else she's going to give detention for tomorrow? She doesn't sound very nice, does she? Do any of you know a teacher like that? I don't think so. I don't think there's any teachers that are that nasty, are there? So, well done for listening. Now, tomorrow we'll continue with Miss Seethe and see what happens. And hopefully I will be allowed back into my reading den. It is much more conducive to reading than the white. So, good night, everybody. Have a nice night's sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, night.